Good Sunday morning, everyone. Welcome back to Weather with Sim again. I hope you guys are all having a great day so far. And in today's weather forecast, we are going to be going over these next few storm systems that we can expect, including that Halloween storm, which still does look to cause some delays as we are expecting to see some widespread heavy rainfall, some thunderstorms, and maybe even some severe weather, especially, when it first develops, because that seems, when it will have the most energy with it. So we will need to continue to keep an eye on those. Plus, we will also be going over the tropics at the end of this video, as we still have that potential of Hurricane Patty as we head into November. So, we are going to be showing you guys that too as well. But if you haven't subscribed already, or if you would like to continue to stay updated on Weather with Sim, make sure to go down below and click that subscribe button. Once again, we will continue to keep you guys updated with the latest on this channel. Plus, don't forget to leave a thumbs up too as well. Those help out more than you know. And of course, leave any questions, comments, or concerns down below. I'll get to those right after today's weather forecast, and anything is fine as long as it's respectful. But let's first go ahead and take a look at what we can expect with this Halloween storm as it gets ready to roll on through. And as you guys can see, it will start out, with some light to moderate rain all the way from the Great Lakes all the way back down into the Southern Plains. And, the reason why this is considered moderate rainfall is because it doesn't really show a whole lot of heavy pockets. So, this is definitely going to be something to keep an eye on closely, as as this does look to continue to bring some pretty widespread rainfall around, maybe even some heavier pockets there across Iowa. So we really do need to keep an eye on this very closely as we head into Halloween, and this storm system will continue to bring impacts on Halloween as it does continue to move on through the Ohio Valley into the Southern Plains and Great Lakes. This will be another area to watch very closely for as we head into Halloween, which may even bring some severe weather across this area, but obviously very uncertain by this point, as we are still heading about 4 days out from now. So still continue to take this with a grain of salt, as this is still looking to be at least on the uncertain side of things. But as we do head into tomorrow, we will be much more certain on what we could see with the storm system as it does move on through. Let's now go ahead and look at another storm system that we can expect as we head into November, and this one is another one that could definitely bring some severe weather potential as we head into November 3rd. So once again, this is definitely something to also watch closely for too as well. So we will also need to be watching for that potential of severe weather as well. So if you do live across the plains, Midwest, Great Lakes, be paying attention to this system too as well. Like I said, take this with a grain of salt, but I still want you guys to be paying attention to this, as this could very well bring that potential for severe weather as we head into November. And like I said, it is second severe weather season, so don't be surprised if we do end up seeing some severe weather as we head into November. But once again, this is still a little bit far out, so we will be taking this at least with a little bit of a grain of salt. But this is definitely something to still keep an eye on extremely closely. And then by the time we head into November 4th, which will be a day after the storm system develops, still going to continue to bring impacts there from the plains all the way through the Ohio Valley, where once again we definitely will be watching for some severe weather to occur as we head into November 4th. And that storm system will still continue as we head to November 5th, with still likely some strengthening of that storm system. And I would not be surprised if we did see some severe weather with this system too as well. So once again, this is definitely something to continue to keep an eye on as we head into November 5th, and will still continue to bring impacts there across the Ohio Valley as we head into November 6th. And I mean, the least I can say is that this will be a very long-lasting storm system, guys. This will, pretty much be stalling out across the plains, and just continuing to move towards the east, like extremely extremely slow, guys. So, this could definitely even bring some flooding impacts, especially across there in the Southern Plains where the system was really looking pretty intense. So, like I said, this is certainly something to keep an eye on as we head into November, especially as this is still looking to be on the concerning side of things. Let's now go ahead and look at the total rainfall. This is anywhere from now all the way to November 6th, including all the storm systems that we just took a look at. And as you guys can see, we will likely see a ton of precipitation there across the northwest, as we will still be seeing that atmospheric pattern ongoing. But not only that, we will also likely see a ton of rainfall with those storm systems that we are watching for, especially across parts there of Missouri into Arkansas, Illinois, maybe in as far east as Indiana, into Wisconsin, Michigan. Those will be the areas to watch very closely for that highest rainfall potential, but it's especially going to be this area right here where we could see anywhere from 3 to 5, even 6 inches of rainfall, maybe in as much as a foot, guys. And I mean, this isn't going to be just in one day. This is going to be from now all the way to November 6th or during this time frame, okay? So, this is pretty much combining the total rainfall from all of those storm systems that are expected to move through. And I mean, that soil sure will be saturated across those areas as we head into November 6th, because I mean, with that much, rainfall from every storm system, that is sure looking to be a huge concern across those areas. Let's now go ahead and take a look at what we could see as we head into, both Halloween and as well as November. And, we don't really expect there to be like the worst severe weather threats, but as you guys can see on Tuesday, on the 29th, the Colorado State University is, pointing out, a pretty big storm right there that could definitely bring a slight risk for severe weather there, heading from Minnesota all the way down there into Kansas, and that will pretty much be the 29th of October. And then on October 30th, we start to see another, storm system develop, potentially even bringing some more severe weather to parts there the plains and even up there towards the Midwest and Great Lakes. And then it does remain uncertain. It doesn't really show a whole lot of anything occurring as we head into Halloween, but that does remain uncertain, and that's probably why it doesn't really have any outlook for Halloween just yet. But this is still going to be something to keep an eye on, like I said, even as we head into Halloween, because I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we did maybe see a severe weather threat somewhere around here. So, like I said, it does remain uncertain, so still continue to take that with a grain of salt. But like I said, we will continue to watch it closely. So definitely, don't be surprised if we do end up seeing some severe weather as we head into Halloween. Let's now go ahead and take a look at the tropics. And as you guys can see, we do have an area of development across parts there of the Caribbean. And I know we haven't took a look at this for a little while, but that's because the National Hurricane Center did not have any area of development during at least the last 5 days. But unfortunately, we do have another area to watch for, and we're pretty much going to have that low pressure system move off of Central America and into this area. And as it does that, we will have that potential for Hurricane Patty as it does move into that area. And you might be like, wouldn't that already be developing across that area? Well, like I said, that low pressure system is still right here in Central America, but will eventually move into that area of development right here, and that will be pretty slow, and that's why we can expect that to be more later as we head to November 6th, which is even more far out than what we just took a look at. So obviously take this with a grain of salt still. But like I said, we will have that potential for Hurricane Patty as that one moves on through. We also do have another sign of maybe another hurricane developing across parts there of the central Atlantic Ocean. So, once again, we will really need to watch the tropics closely as we head to November for that potential of a very active, tropics. So something to still keep an eye on once again as we head to November. And that system will continue across, parts there of the Caribbean as we head to November 8th, which is even more far out. So this is extremely uncertain by this point now, since we are heading over 10 days out. So once again, we will certainly keep an eye on it just in case, but does certainly remain very uncertain on what exactly we will see with with the system, and thankfully it does show it away from the United States, or else we would have been a little bit concerned about this maybe impacting Florida. But since we'll have a front moving on through, which will kind of be shaped up like this will kind of help push it away from the United States, and that's the reason why we are expecting this to be more away from the United States than we are expecting this to really impact parts there of Florida. So like I said, thankfully we do have a blocker. But thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you guys did enjoy today's weather forecast. If you guys are new here to the YouTube channel, or if you guys would like to stay tuned for more weather updates on Weather with Sim, make sure to go down below and click that subscribe button. We will continue to keep you guys updated with the latest on all these storm systems, including second severe weather season, as I will be prepared to go live on this channel just in case we do end up seeing any widespread severe weather events next month, which doesn't look like we'll see any widespread severe weather during the beginning of November, but it does look like we could see some at the end of November, which is something to keep an eye on closely. So like I said, I will be here on this channel to cover anything during second severe weather season, so that's another reason why to stay tuned for more weather updates. And of course, make sure to leave a thumbs up too as well. Those help out more than you know. And of course, leave any questions, comments, or concerns down below. You guys can even ask something about second severe weather season on, like, do I need to be prepared? Any of that stuff is fine as long as it's respectful, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend.